Halfway through the operation, Neil uses a temporal style to invert back to forward to alert the protagonist and Ives to a trap that he saw being set by Volkov, one of Sator's men. Neil's efforts, though, are infutile. Ives and the protagonist walk inside the tunnel and become trapped there. They dig down further and discover Volkov monitoring the doomsday weapon from behind a barred fence. In addition, they observe Volkov lying next to a blue team member who has a red rope fastened to his luggage. From the opera Siege, the protagonist recognizes this unidentified guy. Through a communication device in the tunnel, Sator discusses his strategy with the protagonist with him from the boat. Sator clarifies they have no choice but to go back to the past because that future is perishing. As soon as the dead body emerges, Sator commands Volkov to shoot the protagonist in the head. Volkov complies, and the gate opens. Killing Volkov and obtaining the doomsday device are done by the protagonist and Ives. After closing the gate, the member of the blue team returns to the entrance. Time is of the essence. The protagonist and Ives grasp onto the rope as it is thrown through the opening at the top of the tunnel by Neil, who has switched roles halfway through. On the boat, Kat murders Sator. The planet is preserved even though there is an explosion. Kat jumps into the ocean after realizing she was the woman her former self had seen on the boat. Ives splits the algorithms 3 parts among himself, the protagonist, and Neil. Ives emphasizes the importance of secrecy. Neil hands the protagonist his piece as he prepares to enter again. The protagonist then realizes that Neil has a crimson thread attached to his back. The masked man who saved him during the opera siege and the member of the blue team who is slain by Volkov inside the tunnel, he surmises, was Neil. The protagonist sobs as he realizes his friend's fate at this point. Neil adds that he has known the future protagonist for many years because he had employed him for this mission. Neil promises to meet the protagonist at start and returns to the action with the blue team. After the events of the movie, the protagonist intervenes to prevent Kat from being killed by Priya, explaining that it is his responsibility to wrap up any loose ends and that he previously oversaw Tenet activities for 2 years.